Hello there, world of tankers, and welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Droodles Blitz, and in today's video, I'll be playing in the Tier 8 American Tech Tree Tank Destroyer, the T28 Prototype, a vehicle that received an absolutely monstrous buff in the latest update of the game, which was definitely a needed buff. The T28 Prototype has not been touched for literal years, and even though it features a really insanely good gun, the problem was everything else about the vehicle was lagging behind, like the mobility only having a top speed of 20, and also featuring pretty poor hit points for what is supposed to be a heavily armored tank destroyer. However, in the latest update, not only were the hit points buffed to a whopping 1540, but as well the engine power allows this vehicle now to reach a top speed of 28. It's still not going to be the fastest tank on the battlefield, nor is it going to feature an incredibly good power to weight, but being able to at least achieve a much better top speed, also featuring a lot more hit points, is allowing this vehicle to be so much better in a frontline position. The T28 Prototype already features, at least in my opinion, one of the best guns in Tier 8. It features 2,800 DPM and the same penetration as the T34. It's also got 10 degrees of gun depression, and what's funny is that even though you'd think having no roof is actually bad, unironically, it's better because you have no hatches. I know, it's kind of weird to think of it like that. If there's something above you, yes, it can shoot high explosive into the roof of your turret. But the chances of that happening are quite slim because there's not a lot of spots where tanks can actually get above you to shoot into the turret. So for the majority of battles, you actually just have no hatches. You can see that here. It's kind of funny. But yeah, the T28 Prototype is very, very solid, especially hull down because of that. So we can see here this is the improved mobility, and it's not bad. It's not great. I mean, going 28 is definitely nothing to brag about, but the fact that this vehicle at least reaches a decent top speed now for what it is, I really can't complain. It's not bad at all. So let's keep on making our way towards the front line here. Our team wanted to go all towards the medium side, which is honestly just a bit unfortunate for me because I really wanted to go over towards base A and work hull down against the heavies, but number one rule of thumb is you have to stick with your team. It doesn't matter how skilled of a player you are. If you go without your team, you're going to happen to what that CS52 least did and get turned into a literal potato. So, yeah, play smarter, not harder. Let's make our way into the front line, though, and see if we can do anything. We got a Type 62. There you go. Nice bonker into his vehicle already. We also got a KV5 off to the side. Did get a bounce, actually, which is quite surprising. Let's see if we can do anything here. We got the IS off to the side, aiming, and bonk. There you go. This gun is very nice. I have to say, an 8.5 second reload to deal 400 damage with the incredibly good penetration this vehicle carries is insane. Also, that is a stock AT7. Ooh boy. Alright, well, let's reload again. There you go. No more AT7, just like that. 2 easy shells into his tank. Now we got the CDC off to the side. Bonk. Look at that. Easy 400 damage slap into him. Let's just make sure our tank is facing the correct way. A 3, a 2, a 1, and we have another shell ready. Alright, let's get a shell into that Pharaoh. I mean, you can see where that insane DPM on the tank just really doesn't care. We have another shell already. This Pharaoh's going to lose another 400 health. We've already taken 800 off of his vehicle. We do have the CDC off to our side, but at this point it really doesn't matter all too much. We're going to aim it on the Pharaoh again. Bonk. There you go. No more Pharaoh, just like that. And now we can start heading towards the CDC. Now, I don't know if we're going to be able to kill the CDC, but we actually are. Took way too long the turn, which allowed me to actually chase him down. So already at this point, we are up to 3,579 damage, which is a lot when you think about it. Let's go for the Skoda T27 over here. One very easy shell into his tank. Let's keep on heading towards him. You can see where this increased HP pull allows me to really just not care. Skoda is going to run, which obviously I could care very little about. We also got the Type 62, but we got a super easy slap right into. Once again, I'm going to showcase this crazy good DPM on the vehicle. I mean, look at how fast the reload is on this tank. Unfortunately, it looks like our on-movement dispersion did let us down there. That is one thing I will say about the T28 Prototype. On-movement dispersion-wise, it's not the most accurate vehicle. But we're going to win anyway. We're up to 830 on base cap, and the Skoda is going to die, most likely, to that object 252. So, well, not if your 252 bounces him, but that's fine. We're going to get a win in just a moment. There you have it. Not a bad game at all. So, first battle for the T28 Prototype, we did over 4,000 damage. And it was a perfect example to showcase where the flat DPM on the tank is insane. The new increased mobility allows this vehicle to actually get into the front line way faster than it would have been able to previously, which is great. And the armor was buffed on this tank, specifically on the sides, to make it a lot harder to penetrate with high explosive shells. So first battle, 4,133 damage, and we pulled out an ace. Let's do one more game here, once again up against some tier 7s, which is fine with me. And we've also got, actually their whole lineup's very mobile. Progetto, T49, 2 CS52 leases. They literally have no heavies. They have a Tiger P, and that's it. So, just trying to think of how we want to take apart this situation. I'm obviously going to go towards medium side. If my team goes towards heavy side, they're making a massive, massive mistake. So, yeah, in the beginning of this battle, I'm going to head straight towards base A. We'll see what we can do there. So I'm going to try and climb up this hill. It doesn't matter how slow your tank is, you can climb up this hill if you go up the right angle, which you can see right there. Alright, well let's keep on heading over towards base A. There's not much happening at C, I would expect. I mean, what would go to C? Maybe the Ag Tiger and the Tiger P, but apart from that, I would expect every single tank on their team to head towards base A. Alright, we have almost made it here. We are heading up the hill. Not very fast. This is still one thing, as always, the T28 Prototype will not feature a good power to weight. So actually getting somewhere in this vehicle is going to take you forever, which you can witness right here. I mean, we are literally going as slow as a snail, which is obviously a little bit unfortunate, but shouldn't matter all too much. Well, maybe it doesn't. My teammate doesn't know how to play the game, but we got a pretty nice slap out once already. We got the T49 off to the side, the Prog's over here. Very easy shell into that Prog already. We're going to put on our adrenaline, see if we can get another slap out. Maybe, maybe not. You can see where the DPM again on this vehicle is very, very hard to counter. Also got the Tiger P off to the side. Unfortunate. Oh wow, we got a whole plethora of vehicles trying to push us right now. Alright, well, and I don't want to... Oh, what the heck? Where are all these guys coming from? Well, I can tell you where they're coming from, and that is everywhere. We have a CS52 lease who appears to be almost AFK at this point, and the main target I'm actually worried about is that T49, because obviously T49 does have the ability to literally just obliterate me and the entire team. So I'm going to start off by sending this Prog. There you go, one easy shell into the Prog. Let's keep on heading towards this guy here. I think that if we finish off the SU-152 first, there you go. Now we can keep on heading towards this player, get another nice bounce from him, and then we can just keep on going over here. Hello, Mr. Prog. Goodbye. I gotta say, the increased HP on this tank is definitely allowing it to take a lot of more situations it previously would not have been able to really take hold of. Let's load a premium shell. Unfortunately, even with a premium shell, we still somehow bounce that Tiger P, but can't really blame the gun for that. That's just an unfortunate circumstance. Alright, well, we got the T49 behind us, which is something I shouldn't really have to worry about, and we got the CS52 lease over here. Alright, he was able to cut through my armor, but again, with the insane levels of DPM this vehicle carries, I'm going to track him once. Now he's going to have to shoot a premium shell. There you go. Was not able to kill us with that premium shell, and we finish him off. So, not only did we block 2,200 damage this game up against tier 7s, but we also survived due to that increased hit points that Wargaming gave this vehicle in the latest update, which allowed us to make a massive impact on the medium side. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that the enemy mediums were the most skilled players, because clearly they weren't. I mean, if any of those players understood how to deal with this tank, I probably would have been dead, and it might have even been a loss immediately. But, because it's tier 8 and people don't know how to play in tier 8, I was able to take advantage of their playing. And not only did we deal over 3,000 damage again, but yeah, I think the T28 Prototype is an absolutely fantastic tank, I have to say. So yeah, if you wanted to grind for any of these slower TDs, now is the perfect time to do so, because this is a tank that is actually quite capable of dealing things in the battlefield. Let's finish off by deleting that T49. There you go. I'm very surprised we were the one to actually make it to that T49 first, but again, the mobility's not that bad anymore. Going just slightly below 30, not too bad. So 3,637 damage, 4 kills, 2,200 blocked, and a first class. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you all in the next one. Let me know what you think about the T28 prototype in the comments. Bye-bye.